What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a team from the American, the Memphis Tigers, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a team from the American, the Memphis Tigers, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Ready to kick it off and get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The gun, the running back has it. He's loose. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Bruins in a good spot here with second and short. On the run, it's Thomas. Wide open spaces. Oh, he's got some
Coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Buys a little time. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Man, he was back there and in the quarterback's face before the Bruin faithful could finish an 8-play.
I mean, just getting off the ball so quick, penetrating. When you got defensive linemen that can get upfield, rush the quarterback, every Bruins fan will be jacked up.
The play-action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you can tell QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
Throws to the back. Intercepted deep in his own end. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. To the air on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. They're testing the right side here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. They agree with me. Same thing. But you watch him get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athlete.
It's a seam wide open. And he'll work his way out across the 10 to about the 12. The Bruins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking for a man. It's Ncaa. Fires to the big fella. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
The offense changing the play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Trying play action. Going for it all. Snags it at the 30, still running. Off and running. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
guy is so dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off the defense, and he did it right there on the post. Great arm talent, getting the throw out in front of him. It didn't matter how many DBs they had deep on that one. I don't think they could have stopped it.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Back to pass on second down. Steps away. Trying to make magic with his feet. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Now on first down from the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch inside the 25. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And he tacked on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going for the big play. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming there.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them, and I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll run it. He breaks a tackle. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
That's a nice-looking run. That reminds me of Jonathan Franklin, Maurice Jones-Drew, Zach Charbonnet. In recent years, they've had a lot of ability at the running back position. How about this name, though? Little-known fact. The great Jackie Robinson also played running back for UCLA, and you know he's smiling down from heaven watching that last carry.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that, well, good coverage.
On the direct snap, it's Matthews. Caught near the sticks. It's Iyamaleava. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, UCLA!
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew the this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
And he added the extra point. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He'll start this drive going to the air. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, you're seeing a complete effort right now by this football team. Their offense has been doing their part, scoring points. They've got a big lead, and the defense right now is just shutting the opponent out. So good against the run and so athletic, and they have the ability to rush the passer. As you saw right there, getting the sack. We're only in the first quarter, but they're right now winning this game in all 3 phases.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Running free. The 40. Inside the 30. Turning it on. Touchdown, Memphis. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
How about the aggressive play call backed up near your own end zone? Your quarterback drops back in the end zone. If he gets tackled, it's a safety, but it pays off. The defense is a little too aggressive, takes the big shot down the field, and he walks in for a 98-yard touchdown pass.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they showed what they mean when they say this offense goes end-to-end. 99 yards on the touchdown pass. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to throw. It's Ncaa. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. Takes a handoff. It's Thomas. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Working that left side. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Release to the back. Makes the grab on the left. Gets away from one, finds room. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Memphis now operating in the red zone. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up the throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Touchdown, Memphis! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. All tied up after that one. Possible shootout coming.
And the offense does its job, and now the pressure switches back to the other offense. Points at a premium.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Scanning the field, it's Ncaa. Fires to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The Bruins in the hurry-up. Quarterback making adjustments. He'll throw on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Matthews. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. And the Bruins with the 1st and 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, out of space. There he goes. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. The Bruins are flying down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Going to swing it on second down. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
Back to throw. It's Ncaa. Spits it out to the back. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Bruins.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hawkins. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Bought a little time, lets it go. Pulls it in, it's Smith. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The Tigers moving quickly to the line. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Off the play fake. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On his feet at the 40. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Wide receiver comes in motion. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Pocket breaking down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Skips away from pressure. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense. Get him to the ground for no gain.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Snags it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Memphis.
That's a great job of just trusting your offensive line to get it done, scoring the touchdown. An extra point's going to tie this thing up right before halftime. And after that run, I think they're going to feel more confident running it in the 2nd half.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Ncaa. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to fire deep. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Tigers! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point splits the uprights. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. One more snap coming before halftime. Dropping back, it's Ncaa. He rifles one deep to the left. Makes a grab for a big play. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
They're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Going to take a shot at this DB. Got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Motion from the wideout. To the air. It's Ncaa. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
Man, defensively, this is beautiful. You want them to be aggressive. You got to continue to get stops. You got the lead. Now you give the ball back to your offense again with a chance to salt this away here in the second half.
Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. On first and goal, let's see if Memphis can get it in the end zone. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Memphis! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking for a man. It's Ncaa. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult, and I think he did that a little bit.
He's going up top. He's got it inside the 30. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. He wants it all. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
And you'll see this with offenses sometimes, man. They make a big play, they're going to stay aggressive, but the defense did a great job. You gave up one big play, don't give up another one. They were prepared for it. Nice job defending the pass.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration, so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Second down, he'll throw it. Touchdown, UCLA! And they take it in for 6 more points. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt, first half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak, it looked like it was ugly, but now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Lost one deep down the right side. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that one.
And here's the third interception of the night. He's brought down. A short return for the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
To the air, it's Ncaa. And it's his fourth interception of the night. Takes it the other way. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Memphis. How about this defense taking one back to the house? What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards in field position. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. It's Flores. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Bruins headed quickly to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He uncorks one deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB. Finally getting some pressure. Finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. Got enough space. Touchdown, Memphis. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
UCLA, 35.
He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing if that ball would just trickle into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Ncaa. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
Another incompletion on third down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Holds it in, the first down and more. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. That is just a sideline clinic. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And the Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Pulls it in. It's Flores.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. He's got it on the outside. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play.
Memphis, 63.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll send the back in motion. Got it behind the line. It's Thomas. Touchdown, Bruins! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. Found his open target. Accurate throw. And 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
Dropping back, it's Ncaa. Gets it out quickly. He'll get in there as they draw 2 points closer. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Dances away. Keeps it and gets the first down. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run,
there he goes to the left. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, the offense is in that fringe area. This is a place where a lot of coordinators like to take shots. They tried one there, just weren't able to come up with it.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback on the move, still looking. This one's complete. Pick up a 5. It'll be third down and 5.
God, he's annoying to play against. You think about it as a defense, I'm trying to cage you in, trying to keep you in the pocket, and then he's just whoop, 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 spinning all over the place, getting outside the pocket, making plays, and then you got to go chase him again and again and again. Just wears you out.
It's complete. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Memphis heads to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown Tigers! And the route is on. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off play action on first down. Looking down the middle. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown Tigers! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking downfield, it's Ncaa. Now adjusting. Outside the pocket, lets it go. It's complete. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And that offensive line gave that quarterback all day to throw the football. That QB could have checked his social media, balanced his investment portfolio, and booked dinner. That's an example of
just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
The Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off play action. He lets one fly deep. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. And the Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, you're going to have time to throw.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. They're going back to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. The Bruins have it with a 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game. You want something to be able to feel positive about after this game, and maybe that late touchdown will do it.
And Reese, I'm positive that stat counts on my stat line. Keep playing. Keep piling up those stats. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
He's into the end zone for the 2, and they get a little bit closer.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He leaves it with the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do with it.
Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Gotta look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Here comes the heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next year.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exit.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy.
For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Trying to take it back. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, UCLA. And what a turn of events as this defense gets to pick 6.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. He's going for the big play. Makes the catch down the right side. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Running back searching for a hole. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
I tell you, I love the mentality by this offense right now. They've got a pretty big lead. They're still being aggressive, taking shots, and they're finding the matchups they love.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. And the beatdown has ensued.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They get the football, but I think they touched it too soon. Flag on the field, and I believe it's coming back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock.
UCLA.
Let's get it, huh? Right.
Looking to throw, it's Ncaa. He'll take the deep shot. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games.
a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dance. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the right. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together.
It's a running room. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. And the Bruins will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Thomas. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Ncaa. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good.
They got him for the sack, and that'll be... They go to the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's just...
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down with it.
Under fire. Makes the catch. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Looking to throw, it's Ncaa. Quarterback now breaking the field. And the pressure gets...